Hello everybody, this is Jeffrey GT7 and welcome to the episode. As we begin a new weekend, we got ourselves a awesome combo. This is going to be a very special WRX Impreza combo. We're going to be using the first car, the Type R99 WRX, and then we're going to be using the Rally version of the WRX. These were both request builds, and the 99 Type R WRX is going to be a swap build. So there's going to be two great runs you can use at Tokyo Expressway. So I'll be going through both cars on how to collect them. I'll be going through the parts you'll need, the liveries, and of course showing gameplay for both builds, just to give you a general idea of what the cars are doing in those races. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get straight into the race. So our very first car we'll be covering is going to be the Type R. Thankfully, it actually is new to the used car dealerships. There it is right there. So just get you a couple thousand credits just for the car itself, and you can just easily obtain a car. Now, if you don't have the engine for the swap, it's also a great pick to use without the swap. But stage 2, we're going to go ahead and add the wide body and the engine swap to the car. And a little bit later, when we get to our tune, I'll show you guys what the swap is for this car. After that, I'll go ahead and share with you guys my livery that I'm using for this race. Just make sure you have the wide car already into the car, or before you grab the livery already. That way it'll be ready to go once you actually get this applied to your build. Now let's say if you do not want the livery but you'd rather have the parts, here they are right here. Oz Ultra Lego rims. Let's follow the stats on that. Type A for the front bumper. For your side, it's going to be Type A as well. For the rear bumper, it's going to be standard, and then for your last part to add to the car, it's going to be the custom wing set, and that's going to be it for a car customization. Moving now to the build, and as you guys can see, the build is going to be a really good race build overall. So I really recommend if you go ahead and just pause the episode, that we can get your numbers in on your own list for this car. And there's really no way of being afraid of overpowering the car. Here is the other part of the list as well, so just make sure you grab all the parts you can get from the tune shop and just be able to customize your suspension and downforce on your aerodynamics, and you should be good to go. After we get all of our parts together, you can just already see this car is in fact a rocket. You can see as we cross the stripe, we're going to gain 4 spots from the get-go, and as we exit out the tunnel, we are easily going to find ourselves into the top 5. As we get to the main straight, we're going to exceed over 2 miles per hour, go 4 wide, and get ourselves the race lead before we get to the first breaking point. Fast forward to lap number 4. It's going to be our official hot lap for this track. I really recommend that you guys watch this hot lap, see what this car is doing, and then I'll see you guys when we get to our next stage. Alright, so later in the race, on lap number 8, we're going to go ahead and make our one and only pit stop in this race. We're going to go ahead and make contact with the other WRX Impreza, but luckily for us, since we'll be in pit road, the damage that we'll receive is going to be pretty much gone by the time we actually do get out of the pit road. And unfortunately, making contact like that is going to eliminate any chances of us getting the clean race bonus. So we're going to go get ourselves some fuel, just enough to finish up the race. And as you can see, very amazingly strong build. As we finish up the race, it's going to be a very quick 24:22 for our total time. We almost, if we had one more lap, we could have put the Dodge Viper a lap down or a couple more corners. So there's the full list itself. 24:22 for our total time, a quick lap of 158.1 for our Hotlap. So very, very strong car. Get ourselves that Saturday bonus since we made contact with the Impreza, plus to add insult to injury, we went ahead and actually overcooked this last corner on lap 10. You can see we're way too late in the brakes, and this actually is another way to lose your bonus. You just cross over that white line, hit a couple of cones, and that's going to be it for that. For the next car, the WRX Rally car, can be found only at the Legends Car dealership, but unfortunately right now it's not here, but I did see it here at the Legends Car dealership a couple of days ago. So if you did manage to pick it up, then good for you. If not, then unfortunately you have to wait till it shows back up into the dealership. So here's the livery I'll be using for this car. It's going to be this Winfield Cigarettes livery. I think overall the livery looks pretty good on this car for the special rally edition. If you guys don't want the parts, you don't want the livery, but the parts, here they are right here. Same rims as it was on the first build, and for this car, you can actually change the front bumper and the side, and that's it that you can do for the rally version. So after you get your livery set to go and your rims, here's a quick look at the build. It's going to be something very similar to what we ran in the first race with the Type R99. But it's going to be very similar. Not quite identical to it, but it's going to be the same process. As we look at the last part of the page, you can see we got medium RPM turbocharger and strong anti-lag system, and that's going to be it for the other part of the build. So as we get started with this race, as you can see by the speed, it is no way near compared to the Type R99, but with this car, it's still going to be quick and still going to drive very smoothly in the track. Just may not be as overpowered as the Type R99 swap build. So as we go through the field, we're actually going to be right outside the top 10 as we head out from the tunnel back to the scenery. We're going to get ourselves a couple more spots as we head to the first turn. Now this car may not have the best overall top speed compared to the NSX, the GTR, like those type of cars, but the car does in fact handle very smoothly and very nicely. So once you get your feels for the car, for a couple turns, couple laps, you should be able to have no issues with this particular car in these corners. We're going to go ahead and get ourselves P6 from the Porsche, and now we're going to focus on the next group in front of us, and you can see the car is just easily, smoothly glued to the racetrack and being able to easily maneuver from one side to the other. I mean, the car is really, really good. Like I mentioned before, Group B cars may not have the speed, but when it comes to handling and just the way how they drive, very good cars to use for this particular race. We're going to go ahead and grab P5 away from the GTR. Now we're looking into the rear bumper of the old gen Impreza and easily taking that spot away as well, moving us to P4. And right in front of us, of course, is the old gen Supra and the RX-7 rear mirror. And as we all know from history, that these two cars would like to really push themselves over the limit, especially when it comes to that last hairpin. So as we get a good run on the OG Supra, this time the OG Supra is actually by itself, so we're going to go ahead and grab P3 easily as we approach that hairpin. And at this point, both the RX-7 rear mirror and the NSX are technically gone. I mean, there's the rear mirror right there. Got itself a pretty good decent lead over us on P2, but thankfully we were able to make through the hairpin cleanly without having to worry about both the Supra and the rear mirror coming together. As we head up our first lap, we're going to be easily in P3 with a very smooth solid lap of a 2:19.1. As we fast forward to lap number end of lap 2 to lap 3, we're going to get ourselves a good slingshot move made on the NSX, And for this particular lap on lap 2, it's going to be a very smooth lap overall. It's going to be into the 206s. So, not too bad. Now, the question is, can we hold off the NSX? Because I did mention our car does not have the speed, but as you can see, the NSX is slowly crawling its way back toward us. Plus, it's got that slipstream as well, which is also helping it in the straight. We're going to make a move on the left side, giving it some room. Try to make sure we do get the clearance bonus. After all, we're going to brake a little bit late as we can. We're going to make a little bit of a touch right there on the NSX. Get ourselves a good apex, get back on the power, get ourselves set up for the next corner. We're going to just barely, maturely get into the throttle just a little bit, but we still get a good run out of the corner. We're going to get the lead as we approach this turn, and from that point on, we actually do run away from it. Fast forward to what's going to be lap number 6. It's going to be our hot lap. Just like before, I really encourage you guys just to watch this hot lap, and I'll see you guys when we do our pit stop. Alright, so as we fast forward to lap number 8, just like we did in the first race, we're going to go ahead into pit road and get ourselves some fuel. Now thankfully this time around, we do have the room to go full throttle rather than just having anyone in our way. And we're going to put at least maybe 52% of fuel, should be a safe barrier. Sure, you could do 50%, but just to give you a little bit of breathing room from that diamond icon, I would suggest between 50 to 52% of fuel, and do a couple more time trial laps, and that's going to be it for a run. Overall, a very smooth, strong run for this car is going to be a 25.55, so just below the 26-minute cut line. A very smooth, solid car to use in this race, and also a smooth car to use at the Le Mans 700, just in case if you would prefer that race over this race. Guys, ourselves at clearance bonus this time around, and that's going to be it for the episode. So here's a quick preview of the next episode. We're going to be using a special request build using the BRZ Subaru S with the new Porsche 911 swap at Sardinia, which is a very unique, awesome build. It took me a couple times to get, mastered, but I think I was able to pull off something pretty special with this car. And after that particular build we're going to go through, we're going to also go through another build. It's going to be another request build using the 96 Mitsubishi Evo swap. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, want to go ahead and leave a like. If you like to see some more of my content later down the road, want to go ahead and hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell for notifications. If there's a particular build you'd like to see, you can go ahead and write down in the comment section, and you can check out the last episode I did cover using the update with the Lancia Delta. There it is right there. And with that being said, hopefully you guys have a great rest of your night, and I'll see you guys later, and take care.